Well, I'm not sure it would be E3 without EA, would it?
Can you spell E? I don't know if you can spell E3 without EA. You probably can.
Well,
You know, it would not be E3 without EA.
Right, I guess the guy to ask that question would be Peter Moore, who is the COO of EA. It's always a big week for EA at E3, but especially this year with new consoles coming out, the PS4, the Xbox One,
Right.
and that means some exciting new games like Battlefield 4 and Need for Speed Rivals. What can fans look forward to with those titles especially?
Well, right here at E3, if you go down our show floor right now, you'll be able to play 64-player Battlefield 4. Secondarily, Need for Speed Rivals is also running multiplayer down there on the PlayStation 4 platform. Thirdly, big hit of the show, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. Very unexpected, laugh-out-loud funny type game that is a shooter in the Plants vs. Zombies universe. Titanfall, which could be game of the show for many, many people from the Respawn studio right here in Southern California. And then, of course, our sports titles, many of whom are running on next gen.
Well, you mentioned those sports titles. You guys have the new Ignite engine. So what can gamers look forward to with this new engine?
As we continue to evolve, the quest for the holy grail of complete articulation of the body, the physics, the AI, replicating what you see either playing on the field or looking at television in the video game itself. The computing power of these new consoles that now power that.
Well, it's not just the Ignite engine that we get to talk about. It's also the Frostbite engine that's going to power Battlefield 4 and the Mirror's Edge 2.
That's correct.
What can players expect to see from that as well?
Well, all you need to do is go look at the Battlefield 4 demo, and that is a picture tells 1,000 words about what that Frostbite engine can do. I was fortunate enough to be one of those 64 players. I was tucked away in the back. I was hiding behind a tank most of the time, but shooting away at the destructible environments that really brings the Battlefield to life for me when I'm playing a shooter game like that.
How excited are you guys to be able to take advantage of what the Xbox One and the PS4 will let you do?
Well, you bring up sports, and I think sports is always the greatest beneficiary for sports gamers of new consoles coming out. The fluidity of movement, the richness of the visuals in there, bringing crowds to life now, finally, which has always been the bane of our existence in video games. You play sports.
Well, it's even the blade of grass. I mean, it's something.
Every blade of grass individually rendered. So, I mean, from that perspective, I think sports gamers always, when I think back of the generations that I've been involved in this industry, sports gets a great boost from the computing power that new hardware brings.
Peter, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Giving us some good scoop about what's going on at EA. And if you want more scoop about what's happening at E3, keep it right here on E3Insider.com.